Welcome back, friends. This is Chapter 10 in Harriet Young's Rimworld Survival Saga, and things get busy. Given the extended silence from Randy, Harriet gets anxious about the lengthy peace, knowing full well the Rimworld is an unforgiving place given enough time. She recommends that defenses be extended around the entire base and across the river to protect crops from fire starters and the watermill from sabotage. They begin laying down the foundations around the bridge and installing wood walls, as they are the only light structure currently available. For the land sections, slate will be used in order to keep sandstone for base upgrades. At 1600 hours on August the 7th, Harriet and Wheel officially marry. That night, the sound of wood being banged can be heard. Also, Lyons is building the bridge. By morning of the next day, the newlywed bride joins Lyons in constructing the river defense foundation. The two stonecutter benches are reinstalled in the storage room, and the same previous quota will be set for slate blocks to supply the greater wall. At noon, Harriet gets inspired. With this creative boost, and her lack of skilled art and crafting, she sets herself to upgrading one of the poor quality dressers to spruce up the bedrooms. Later in the afternoon, Huckleberry is giving Hypergig and Mackie better furniture as well. An hour short of midnight, a group of refugees request asylum. Harriet, ever the empath, offers them shelter. They can earn their stay by mass hauling stone chunks from the surrounding area and hunting the local wildlife to supplement the food stores they will be dipping into. Assuming all goes well, the group will be with the colony for a month while they regroup from the loss of their home. The prison cell is converted into a tight barracks for the new arrivals. Meanwhile, Lyons also gains inspiration and follows Harriet's lead by upgrading a dresser, creating a legendary work of craftsmanship. As Harriet's guests make themselves useful for hauling and hunting, they are given short bows. The cotton is then converted to rice for a fast-growing food source to keep the kitchen full during the next month. The following day, at 900 hours, the burglars strike again with another siege with double their previous numbers and mortars. Using the mortar confiscated from their previous assault, Lyons opens fire on the invaders. The first shot disables the construction of one mortar. The second blasts a significant portion of their food supply, which is promptly resupplied through a combat drop. The first enemy shot lands in the married couple's bedroom, while the third counterattacking shell lands on their explosives, instantly killing two attackers and injuring a third. The burglars, pressured by the accurate retaliation, rush the defenders to take this fight into closer quarters. The refugees grab the sharpest object they can get their hands on, namely the thrumbo horns in storage. With the food supply threatened, the colonists sally forth. In melee, the refugees and guard animals take down 2 colonists, while the support by fire drop 2 others, bringing the enemy's total losses to 6, which subsequently motivates their retreat. Only one of the refugees was defeated in the fight, but survives for now. Fires are put out, and the injured tended to. On August the 11th, the spoils of war are continually consolidated until, at 1700 hours, Earl of the Refugees is mauled by a panther. Teddy and Sanchez rush to his pleas for help deep in the jungle. The predator is put down, Sanchez runs to her comrade's aids, and rushes him back to the colony. Harriet is warned by the panicked screams and instinctively meets them in their quarters. She hurries to tend to Earl's wounds. Unfortunately, his wounds were too numerous and could not be tended to in time. At 2000 hours, Earl is pronounced dead, and his remains are cremated. Rest easy, Earl. Your service to your people and your hosts will not be forgotten. By the 12th, as life returns to routine, the stove is upgraded from wood-fueled to electric. A few hours later, a small lumber harvest is assigned. That night, at 2100 hours, the kitchen layout is extended out a tile to increase the storage for the upcoming harvests, followed immediately by the arrival of another war merchant caravan from Harriet's close allies, the Abanbavexa Union. At dawn of the 13th, Wheel awakens and greets his caravan friends and trades. He exchanges the substances, primitive weaponry, and poor quality apparel for 317 silver. The Abanbavexa Union leaves at 1400 hours with the onset of an eclipse. For the 3rd time in a row, they depart the colony with a gift. This time, they offer Harriet 23 plasteel, a highly valuable and durable metal for high-tech equipment and structures. Mere hours later, as more plasteel rains from the sky, Miriam breaks into a psychotic wander through the darkened jungles. As the leader of the refugees, losing one of her few remaining companions from her destroyed origins must have been, understandably, too much to bear. An hour later, while inspecting the plasteel meteorite, the Empire of God contacts Pixie's dynasty and offers a plant skill trainer 25 more plasteel and just under 1,000 silver to pet sit 4 megasloths for a couple months. As with their choice to tame a high-consumption elephant, the colonists agree to this exchange, given the abundance of flora in the environment to support this demand. With so many highly trained creatures available, it would be a good time to invest in kibble. With meat from the local fauna, all that is additionally required is hay grass, and so a section of soil is allocated to this crop. As the eclipse passes at 1100 on the 14th of August, the females of Ark's Banning Salon are again blessed with a psychic soothe. Just in time for the last full recovery from this chapter's conflicts. On this note, Chapter 10 meets its conclusion. Solemn respect to Earl for his noble sacrifice. In his honor, we will see what outcome awaits his surviving compatriots in the following segment. as well as our own. Thank you again for your attention. Much love to you all. As always, I hope you are safe, healthy, and fulfilled. I will see you on the next one. The females of our expanding salon are again blessed with a psychotic soothe. Psychotic soothe? Did I just say psychotic soothe? What the fuck is wrong with me?